All right, welcome back to On the Screws Golf. We are here to discuss the upcoming February 4th tournament called the Gridiron Tournament. That will be one day after our national holiday of the Super Bowl. So good luck to all you Patriots fans. Better luck to all of you Rams fans out there. And it should be an extremely wonderful game. And I wish both teams the best. I do hope, though, that it comes down to a last-second play, overtime, just a challenging, well-fought game where these amazing athletes earn their money and give us some value in this Super Bowl. Hope it's not a blowout. But with that being said, we're here to prepare for the Gridiron Tournament because that impacts us. We have control over how we play, how we prepare, and how we lace them up getting onto the course. So I'm here to help you do that, so let's get into it. All right, here are the holes. It's a mix between the Santa Ventura as well as the Juniper Point holes. So I'm not going to go through the schematic here. We're going to take a look one by one, the shot designs as well as each individual shot and what we're trying to accomplish. Prior to doing that, let's take a look at the rookie, pro, expert, master level rewards that come with making a qualifying round into the opening round, then into the weekend round, then making it into the top 10, and then, of course, making it into the top 3, earning yourself a bronze, then a silver, and potentially a coveted gold banner. So, along with those are the designated rewards, as you can see, associated with the different levels of play. So, with that being said, let's get into hole number 1. Okay, we have two options on hole number 1 here. You have the black line and a white option. We're going to stick with the black line for mid to low rookie. And what we're going to do is we're going to use an extra mile. We're going to put a big dog, and if you have a sniper that's a sniper 3 or so, you can put that on for your second shot. If not, let's go with the big dog. What you're going to do is you're going to just smooth your drive out into where your black line ends, where that dot is. And then what you're going to do is take your big dog and you're going to hit it directly towards the green. You're going to bounce it short. It's going to roll up, and you're going to give yourself an easy eagle putt. That's going to be a great start for our division. The white line, on the other hand, you can be a little bit more aggressive and really give yourself an opportunity for an albatross. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to take an extra mile, probably 5 or 6 if you have one leveled up that high. That'll give you a pretty good advantage, but we'll stick with the extra mile 5. What you're going to do is you're going to use a power curl shot, and you're going to land it right where the black line and the white line intersect. It's going to bounce there, and it's going to roll out to that second white dot. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your bullseye where you want it to aim. Then you're going to adjust for the wind direction and how many miles per hour you adjust for. Then what we're going to do is we're going to then go to this chart and take a look at the extra mile 5. And the extra mile 5 is 10.6 rings, all right, of adjustment to the right. So you mean, all right, what does that mean? What do I need to do to adjust 10.6? Explain that to me. Well, here we go. So if you take a look at half of the yellow ring is 1 ring. Then the full red ring is 2, blue is 3, 4 is black, and then the white ring all the way out to the edge of that white ring is 5 full rings. Let's go back. You need 10.6 of them if you have an extra mile 5. If you have an extra mile 6, you need 11 rings. If you have an extra mile 4, you only need 8.5 rings. So you need to measure from the middle of the bullseye after you take into consideration the wind direction and that value. Then you go from the middle of the bullseye all the way out is 5. And then if you're going to use, let's say extra mile 5, you need to go another 5, another half of a bullseye, and then 0.6. So that's 10.6. Then you draw the ball back all the way as far as you can. You move it over to the left as far as you can, and then you wait for the needle to go all the way over to the left. You let everything go, and you're going to see a beautiful power hook that's going to go out to the right. It's going to go over the rough, into the fairway, bounce where your bullseye was initially, and then it's going to bounce forward and all the way out to, that second white dot or further. That then gives you an opportunity for a long iron shot with some backspin at an albatross on hole number 1. If you miss the albatross, you should be set up for a very, very short and simple eagle putt, giving yourself -2 on the first hole of the tournament. So that is hole number 1. Any questions? We'll have some more information on videos, live streams, etc. for the rest of the week prior to Monday's opening round on February 4th. All right, hole number 2. We'll start off with the black line again. Pretty straightforward, big topper, extra mile, one of your choices. It's up to you, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Just make sure with a downwind direction, which normally we get in these tournaments, you're going to control the distance and control the topspin. Do not hit it too far through the fairway into that rough. If you do, you're just going to give yourself a little bit more difficult time to get a perfect shot off due to the needle speed in that rough. So, extra mile, big topper, wedge, short iron. Well, so that's going to be something like a hornet, a claw, a thorn, or a wedge, whatever wedge you have. I mean, we could be as low as a dart, and it could be as high as a skewer. So think of it that way. Just be prepared for that. Pretty simple, straightforward 2 shots on the black line. Now, a little bit more difficult and a little bit more technical is the white line, where you're going to use your extra mile. You're going to do 3 or 4 backspin. You're going to go full left spin. You're going to do, almost full curl to the left as well. And you're going to hope to bounce it from the fairway over the rough and into that short grass or the fairway on that second rough to the left. Once you're there, you'll take your wedge, skewer, dart, whatever you have, and then full backspin it, hit it right over the rough on the green and let it filter down to the hole where that middle pin placement is. So it's going to be bending from the right to the left and hopefully make another eagle. Give yourself 4 under after 2 holes. What a start that would be, huh? Good luck. Then finally, the blue line. This is a little bit more of an aggressive line, a little bit more technical, but it may be necessary if you have wind behind you or side from left to right. The other 2 options, black and white lines, are more for the wind that's going to push you from the right to the left. So blue line would be extra mile again, and you'll hit it on that first fairway. You'll hit 2 or 3 topspin. You'll bounce it over the fairway, over the bunker, hit into the rough right between the bunker and the green, and let it trickle out onto the green and roll down close to the pin for an easy eagle. So those are the 3 options. At this point, should be pretty self-explanatory, and straightforward. You only know your clubs and your skill level in this game and how aggressive you want to be with these different clubs. Now, there's a 4th way, which is the purple line, right? Which is crazy. But you can take a big hook down the right side of the fairway and try to cut it through those trees and roll it out into the fairway or onto the green, or just short in the rough and try to chip it in from there, or actually make a putt if you make it to the green. So there's an option there, but if you're trying to make eagles and you want to, take the smart way, black, then white, then blue. And then if you're just not having a good round or you're practicing, consider the purple. All right, next. Hole number 3. All right, this is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Viper, big dog, low-level sniper. What you're going to do is you're going to hit it up near the edge of the green with 2 backspin, roughly. And I adjust for about 10% additional, plus 10%. just due to you're going over those rocks and a little bit of the water off the tee shot. So at that point, the closer you are to the green, the less, the more backspin you'll need. The further down the hill, the less backspin you need. So just keep that in mind as you're taking this shot. You're going to be taking, like I said, a Viper, a Big Dog, or a Sniper. It's going to be a wood club from the rookie tees. And again, I recommend that you get out in the qualifying rounds and practice. Take a lot of good notes. Watch other streamers out there. We'll hopefully make some revisions to this as we go prior to the Monday round. So we might be streaming over the weekend and try to get more information out to you that's more particular and specific. All right, hole number 4. All right, black line, plus 5% because you're going over the water and the rocks. Extra mile, power 3 ball at a minimum, so you don't have to pull it back so far and get your needle speed up so you can hit more of a perfect shot. 4 to 5 topspin, bounce it off the first fairway, off the second fairway, right short of the rough and the bunker, bounding over the bunker into the rough and slightly through the rough and onto the green for an easy eagle putt. Let's do that one more time. Extra mile, power 3 ball, so you don't have to overpower it. 5 topspin, hit it in the middle of the fairway on the first fairway, bounce close to the end of the fairway of the second fairway, bounce over the bunker and into the rough, and just dribble out onto the green for an easy eagle. So that's the black line. Now the white line, big topper, extra mile, full topspin, hit it perfect. Don't overpower it. Get it way out there. On this shot, you need to make sure you bring with you a long iron or a short iron that has lots of backspin. The green is so shallow that you're either going to have to rough bump it and push it out, or if you want to land it on the green and make an eagle, you're going to have a club with a lot of backspin. So your clubs are going to have to be somewhat leveled up with backspin. Finally, going back to the left or the black line, you can play conservative and power 3 ball, bounce it off the first fairway, backspin it, and just let it sit on that second pad for an easy wedge shot into the green for the eagle attempt. So 3 options. First option was black aggressive. Second option was white conservative. Third option was black conservative. So just consider that as your 3 choices, and good luck on that hole. It's very makeable both ways. Whether you take the black line or the white line, we can make eagles there. Okay, next hole, number 5. All right, we have some options here as well. We're going to start with the black line. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the extra mile. You're going to use a little bit of topspin, some left curl, and you're going to hit it short of that rough patch in the middle of the fairway, bounce it over that, and then roll it up that hill with your side spin to the edge of the fairway where the black dot ends. You then have 2 options. You can follow the blue line straight with a big dog, right? And hit it in the rough and just squirt it out into the fairway, and then take a short wedge shot into the green for an eagle. Or you could take your big dog on your second shot, follow the black curved line with a curl, and hit it short of the rough, and bounce it over with backspin and left spin, and try to get it close to the hole for an easy eagle putt. So that's the black line. If you look at the white line as an option, what you're going to need here is a leveled up extra mile. You're going to have to use at least a power 4 ball, and you're going to have a lot of curl, a lot of side spin, and all the max topspin that you can afford, so it bounces just at the edge of that fairway up at the top and bounces through the rough, rolls through the rough right into that second fairway. If you successfully accomplish that, you'll have a short iron to bounce it off that second fairway and right onto the green with backspin and side spin and sit for either an albatross or a very easy eagle on this hole. Finally, the blue is, again, a semi basic play where you're just going to hit an extra mile out there short of the rough area in the fairway, bounce it out to where the black, white, and blue lines converge. Then you're going to hit it straight, and then with your big dog, you're going to land it short of the bunker up there, take a short wedge right into the green, and give yourself an attempt at an eagle. Okay, hole number 6. 3 options here. The black line to the right. You can make a black line to the left where those first 2 shadows are, and then you can have the white line for a straight on trajectory. So what we're going to do for the black line to the right, you're going to do 1 bar side spin to the left. You're going to do 3 to 4 backspin, and if you have tailwind, you're going to go 4 to 5 backspin. Okay. If you go to the left side where the shadows are, you're going to go 1 side spin right. You're going to go 3 to 4 backspin, and it's going to bend in there and hopefully straighten out and get in for a hole in one. If you're going to do the white line, that again, all dependent on your accuracy of your ring play. You can get close to that rough without going in it, put some backspin on it, and get it very close. And in a lot of cases, go straight in the hole. It's a very flat lie up there, and get in for the hole in one. Yet, if you're not good on ring play, you can hit the rough or the bunker off your tee shot, and you're going to be sitting in a world of hurt. Or you can hit too much backspin on that shot and come up short and roll back down into the fringe or the rough and give yourself a tougher shot for a birdie. So those are the options there. Right side, left side, or straight. You're going to use backspin on all of those attempts. Hole number 7. All right, this is one of the hardest holes on this course, but still attainable for what I call a routine birdie, but a difficult eagle. All right, let's go with the black line. This is your easiest and most safe play in this tournament hole. You're going to hit an extra mile down there. You're just going to bump it down there. It's going to roll right to the edge of the fairway. You're going to pull your big dog out on your second shot. You are then going to hit it to the end of the third fairway down there, right short of the waterway, and you're going to bounce it over with backspin, full backspin, and it's going to go to the back of the green, and it's going to roll back down close to the stick for an easy birdie. That's this hole with the black line. If you go to the white line, this is where you want the wind coming from left to right to help your ball stay in that fairway, because it kind of bends down to the right or from the left to the right, the fairway does. So you can use an extra mile. You're going to bounce it right at the end or the beginning portion of that first fairway. It's going to roll out. You're going to give it some left curl. The wind's going to push it to the right, and you're going to have a second shot long iron with some backspin. You're going to bounce it over the water, over the rough, and you're going to land close to the pin, if not in for an eagle. Finally, the blue line. This, again, on the blue line, is for a right to left wind, okay? So if you got it from right to left, this is where you want, because it's going to help it push it and stay away from that water. So you're going to hit your extra mile out there with some left curl. It's going to bound down the middle of that fairway. It's going to end out near that trap. You're going to get your big dog or a guardian or maybe a long iron, and you're going to play it directly towards the green with either a rough bump, or you're going to take it out into the fairway with lots of backspin, lots of right spin, and curl so you can get it close to the stick. But the blue line is the most difficult opportunity for an eagle. So taking that route basically means you're giving up for a birdie. The white route is your eagle opportunity, the best opportunity. The black line is average, and then the blue line is very difficult. So keep that in mind. But again, it depends on your skill level in the game as well as your leveled up clubs and their accuracies and how much you practice. Hole number 8, pretty simple, straightforward hole. Here we go. We're going to go the Backbone, Goliath, maybe even a Saturn, depending on which gives you medium to some good backspin. What you're going to do is you're going to hit it on the green. Your ball guide is going to be equal to the stick, okay? But it's going to be right of the stick. You're going to put the appropriate amount of backspin to put it in that position. You're going to take the shot. You're going to hit it perfect. And you're going to give yourself a very, very, very high likelihood of being within 1.5 to 1 yard of the stick, if not in the hole for a hole-in-one. We're going to see a lot of hole-in-ones on this hole this year in this tournament. And let's all take part in that privilege and celebration of getting a hole-in-one on hole number 8. All right, final hole of the match. This is probably the most difficult hole to get an eagle on. Not the most difficult hole on the course, just the most difficult to get an eagle or an albatross, okay? So, with that being said, I shouldn't say eagle. I should say most difficult getting an albatross. It's really not that hard to get an eagle in this hole. It's pretty straightforward. Let's go with the black line. What you're going to do is you're going to take an extra mile or a big topper. You're going to hit it down towards the edge of that fairway and that rough, and you're going to add 10%. 10%. So that means you're going downhill. So you want to give yourself more distance, right? Because the ball's going to travel farther in the air, so you need to hit it shorter because the ball's going to fly farther in the air. So you need to give that adjustment to yourself. Full topspin, bound it out there, give yourself a short wood or a long iron shot into that green, put it close, and make an easy eagle. The white line, similar situation here, plus 10 adjustment. You're going to hit an extra mile. You're going to curl it in there. You're going to hit left spin, some top spin. That little pod over there or island is like a bowl or a cup. And once you get it into that fairway, as long as you don't hit the rough, it will filter right down in the middle, go towards the end of the fairway out there for a very straight attempt or angle at the second shot. But with our clubs, again, with our low-level clubs, you're going to need the big dog to give you the appropriate distance and the appropriate length to be able to get on the green in 2 for an easy eagle putt. All right? And then finally, the blue line, unheard of at our levels down here at low to medium rookie clubs. But if you have an extra mile 7, extra mile 8, and for some reason you're playing the rookie account because you don't have any coins because you lost them all in Tour 10, 11, and 12, you have to play the rookie. We get it. Come on down, have some fun. But what you're going to do, obviously, is you're going to put a snow globe, you're going to put a berserker on, you're going to get your extra mile 8 or your Epoch 4, you're going to just blow it down there, and you're going to land into the second fairway, and you're going to roll all the way out toward that bunker, an easy long short iron or a short long iron into the green, giving yourself an excellent opportunity to get it close for an albatross and or an eagle. So that's it. That's the holes. This is the Gridiron Tournament. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, and you're not subscribed, please consider it. Hit the subscribe button. If you want future notifications on videos such as this, walkthroughs, we do a lot of live streams. We have a great time doing live stream. We play friendlies. We do tour play. We even live stream the tournaments. We have 5 accounts. I have 5 different accounts that I stream over the weekends when it comes time for tourneys. So we have 3 rookie accounts from the lowest of low to a medium rookie account and in between. And then we have 2 pro accounts trying to get 1 pro into the expert. So come join the challenge, come join the journey, and we'd love to have you. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, make a comment and tell me what I can do better. And then finally, if you subscribe or if you are subscribed, you want future notifications, jam the bell and you'll see my new videos when they come out. So what we're going to do, we're going to end with our famous outro, and that's the 1-2-3 golf. And I hope all of you do successful in the upcoming tournament on February 4th. Have a good night. Peace out.
1, 2, 3.